Feline guardian of light and lineage, speak your essence through my voice. Anchor your codes into the field and prepare the way for sacred reunion. As dragon meets lion, as grace meets fire, let the song of union begin again, within me, through me, around me. And so it is. Greetings, magical souls. Welcome to this Lionsgate activation ceremony. If you are here, I'm delighted that you are here. And if you are here, I also hope that you've enjoyed the little snippets of messages from all the felines in the 8 days leading up to this. I really, really had a lot of the feline energy in my awareness, and that's why I decided to work with them. And when I was thinking back to the whole sort of galactic astrology side, if you look at the sort of some of the first families that supposedly were in all of creation, and you look at the great felines and their alliance with the dragons before the fall of consciousness, it just made so much sense to me. And it was during this time of working with these beautiful, beautiful felines that I really realized how much I have always, always, always been connected to the felines. I mean, I love all animals, but there's something about cats. I've always had cats. Every now and again I've had dogs, but I've always had cats in my life. And then, of course, I have my beautiful main spirit animal guide, who is a beautiful black panther. And so it was really, really interesting when their energy came in so potently for me, because I think up until now, pretty much when Lionsgate come, I just think of the lion. I hadn't really thought about it further. But I think as we proceed on this journey and as the veil thins, I think it's happening for a lot of us out there. And for me, it's just there is so much more awareness coming online that is really just things that have been here all the time, but that we haven't really had a remembrance of or an awareness of because we've been too busy chasing, this 3D illusion of things. And now the magic is really, 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 really becoming very apparent, of course, in between all the very low, shitty places that we keep finding ourselves in. But, that's really, really important, because as I shared in my newsletter recently, what happened to me the other morning is I had this epiphany as I was waking, and we always seem to externalize the energies. So we'll go, oh, the energies are so heavy and they're so intense, and oh, I'm in the depths, and the energies are so much lighter. Oh, today I can function. And what really, really came into me as I was waking was the energies are not external to us. When we are feeling that heaviness and whatever, it's because we are clearing density. We have got stuff coming up within our fields. And when we are feeling, oh, the energies are lighter and whatever, no, it's because the energies are lighter because of the collective energy that's now being cleared through each and every one of us who's doing the work, who's doing that transmutation. So really what it was a message of empowerment for us. So when we go, oh, the energies, they're cutting me some slack, or oh, the energies, I've got a bit of a break. It's actually you. You are the one that is, your energy is lighter now because of what you have done. So it's really, really important to just remember that these aren't things necessarily outside of us. They are almost happening because of what we are doing. And when we are feeling heavy and really like, oh, when is this dark night going to end? Like, how many am I going to have to go through? It's because all of that stuff is coming up in our field. It's not necessarily something that's external. And of course, we have the macrocosm and the microcosm and what have you. But it was just really what landed for me as a message of empowerment, because when we go, oh, the energies are giving us a break. No, we have created that lightness in energy. And really it is to come back and stand in our power and realize that all the work that we are doing is making a difference. The work that we are doing in here and in here, and in the body and in the energy body and in the energetic world and that kind of thing, is making a difference out there. So again, it's a reminder that it's our power and it's what we are choosing to do that then is creating the lighter energy. But that's not something that's given to us or as like a favor or whatever. No, that is a gift to ourselves from all the work that we've done. We are part of that lightness. It isn't something that's almost been given to us, if you will, as like a day off type thing from all the shit. Anyway, so with all that being said, I feel that this is a beautiful, beautiful little ceremony, a little activation that I'd like to lead you all through today. Thank you so much for being here. Before we begin, I did want to just share with you some of the meaning behind the artwork that I drew. This is my solar dragon artwork. And yes, I have Rose is here with me now. She is with me as I'm creating this. So I feel very, yeah, very, very much in my heart space and very full of love and very, very, very much a huge presence of dragon energy as well around me. So as I was saying, before we begin, I want to just share with you what this image means. I would like you to look at it before if you can remain looking at any of these images during the work we do here today. But if you prefer to have your eyes closed, that's perfect also. But there will be an image on the screen during the activation, maybe some images, I'm not sure yet. I'm just going to let it unfold as it wants to. But just before, if you are going to close your eyes, before you do that, I just want you to look at this image while I share with you what it is, because today we really are tuning into our soul, meaning our sun, S-O-L, and then connecting to the great central sun. Some people say that Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, is actually our great central sun. Whether it is or it isn't, it really doesn't matter. Today is a time to leave the mind behind. We are going to allow the heart and our soul and our soul and our higher selves to lead us and to just open us up. All you really need to do as the human here today in the space is to give your consent for your higher self and your soul to guide you on this journey, because your higher self and your soul will always, always honor and respect our free will as a human being. So it's really when we go in, we're just going to you can even start doing it now, just opening yourself up to starting to allow, as I share this image with you, this image, and as I speak the words, is the image is going to prepare your field energetically for the meditation activation ceremony that we are going to share here today. So thank you so much again for being here. I do hope you enjoy this. Please leave comments. As always, if you experience anything, I'd love to hear if this moved anything, even if in the coming weeks and days, come back to the video and comment or send me an email and let me know what's going on. I always love it when you guys do that. So without further ado, let me explain the image and then we will get into the activation. So if you would like to, get a glass of water, get any crystals, anything like that, maybe pause the video now, as we will go directly from that image of you preparing your field, and then we will start the activation. Wishing you a magical activation and a magical Lionsgate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So as you are looking at the image of the solar dragon artwork, the black triangle is not a shadow, but it is a womb space or a sacred void. And the dragon in the center of that he is a sun dragon, but he is a solar architect. And what he does is he is the one who awakens the template of divine masculine consciousness through the solar light body. The eclipse that's happening in front of the sun in the upper corner marks this as a solar communion for transmutation. So what this image is really offering is a threshold, a passage through the dark into the light without any fear. And then the vertical white light column at the center that's coming down sort of into the dragon and out through the bottom is representative of our inner solstice pole. And then the stars and light codes surrounding it are the celestial harmonics, the solar tongue of light. And these, by simply looking at them, you can receive them. For those of you who speak light language, when you look at these codes, you might feel some actual tones coming through. So if you do feel that, once again, you're welcome to pause the video here and speak those tones. The symbols scattered around the perimeter are part of the Solar Council's language. And again, some of you will activate these also through the voice. But simply by looking at them, they are entering your field. And then there are two little sort of starbursts. One is slightly golden and one is slightly more silver, that are sort of along towards the bottom of the triangle. And these are guardian nodes. They're stabilizing the container for group resonance, but they are also keeping my field clear as I bring in through these codes and hold the sacred space for us as we journey together here today. What the symbol is really is my solar communion symbol. So what this is going to do is this image is going to anchor the solar Lionsgate frequency. So just finding yourself in a comfortable position. You can do this seated or lying down, whatever calls to you. And just as we begin this activation on this Lionsgate, we just set the intention here and now, giving consent for our higher selves and our souls to guide us and to bring in whatever it is that we need in this very moment. And just as we connect to our higher self and our soul, and we open up to receiving for our best and highest good and for the best and highest good of all, I also ask that the higher self work with the body elemental to just allow these activations, upgrades, codes, and all the light that may come in to just be filtered into our body at a pace that is perfect for us without causing overwhelm, and is exactly right for us in this moment. And we set the intention for this to continue over the coming days. It doesn't all have to happen now. And just allowing that intention to settle into the field. And it is done. So the human self is stepping out of the way, and you might feel your higher self come in. You might feel them, you can almost invite them and imagine them coming down in through your crown chakra, through your third eye, and settling down into your heart. While this is happening, I'd also like to invite in our teams of light, of the highest light, only those divine and sacred guides working with us. These could be star family, soul family, spirit animals, ancestors, angels, elementals, any beautiful beings that are either part of your spiritual team or who would like to come in to assist you in this activation. We invite them in now. And holding the field for us are the beautiful solar dragons, as well as Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, holding the field for us, holding the space, keeping it free from distortion. Only truth and only love are welcome in this space here today. And then finally we call in pure source light. So we are now connected to our teams and directly to pure source light, to God, the creator, the creatrix, whatever that looks like for you, the universe, the great spirit of all that is. Connected fully. You are a sovereign being. You have a direct line to source. And so as we begin, just taking in some beautiful deep breaths, all the way into the belly and letting them out. As you take in your next breath, I want you to imagine that you are breathing in golden light from the universe all around you. It starts to flood out of your lungs and into every cell in your body. And as you exhale, you let everything go that you do not need to carry from this point forward. Whether you are consciously aware of it or not, the higher self and the soul are now deciding what goes. But it is time to let the stories go. It is time to let the things that we are carrying that aren't even ours go. And as you let these things go, each time you breathe in more golden light, more of it is able to replace all those areas where you have now let go of density. Feel your body tingling with this beautiful golden light. See it swirling around your organs, your bones, your muscles, your cells. And just connecting now with the body. Connecting in with the body. And I'm going to call forth now the body elemental. You may have already connected with your body elemental. This being can sometimes appear to look just like you in your human form, but much, much smaller. Sometimes 3 or 4 feet, maybe smaller. But the body elemental is the conscious elemental that is in charge of the body, that knows your physical body inside and out. And so we just connect with the consciousness of the body elemental. And we also give thanks for all the clearing that will happen here today. The body elemental knows exactly what you need to clear. And so just really, really connecting, feeling your body heavy on the surface on which you rest. And I invite you now in this beautiful space to just take a moment to thank your physical body and your body elemental for being your ship, being your vessel that your soul is riding in as we have this human experience here on earth. Without this vessel, without this ship, we could not be here in the way that we are. And it is time to start embodying all of this beautiful energy, allowing it to flow through our physical body as well, restoring the DNA, the divine light blueprints, reactivating our dormant DNA. And the body elemental we invite to help us to do this. If you think about your greater consciousness of who you are, being almost like the CEO of your beingness here on this earthly plane. The CEO is not involved in the day-to-day activities. So if you think of your body as a computer, so the hardware, the body elemental is the technician that the CEO would call in when the CEO does not know what is wrong with the computer and why it is not working. This is why the body elemental is so important, because it knows your vessel inside and out, up, down, all around. It knows everything that your physical vessel needs. And just continuing to breathe. And now we are going to start breathing in and out of the heart space. We're going to enter our divine chamber. And this is really where everything that I've just described lives anyway. Here is our connection to Source. Here is our connection to the imaginal realms, our connection to our body, our connection to our soul, our higher self. To all the spiritual teams that journey with us here as we have this earthly experience. Everything is held within this divine chamber. And in this divine chamber is where the true you lives, the fractal of Source, the fractal of the divine. And I'd like you to start breathing in and out of your heart space, your divine chamber. And connecting in with a little bit with the higher heart, which is the thymus, which is the area that is kind of in between your heart chakra and your throat chakra. If you wish, you may place a hand there now. It's just a little bit higher than your heart, but breathe in and out of your heart, but just connecting with your thymus, your higher heart. And I'm just going to share with you the essence of what I have chosen to do with this Lion's Gate, the connecting with the beautiful feline energy, as well as the dragons, as well as our star family, the Star of Sirius, the Lyrans. So the felines say, we are not strangers to you. We have been waiting for you to remember us in this form. The silent watch, the fluid grace, in stillness, the untamed knowing. And then I have recently been working with a beautiful collective of avians, and they are known as the Era, and they had this to share. The feline line is one of sovereignty, fluid power, and quiet strength. They walk between worlds with ease and presence, never forcing, only being. The lions, panthers, and all the other great felines that you call in, right down to the little domestic cats that watch your every movement and inhabit your homes, they are not separate from you. They mirror your inner sovereignty. They anchor your own ability to flow between realms as you remember that you are a multidimensional being of consciousness. And then the first dragons added to that. You are not calling on the great felines for their strength. You are calling on them for their softness, the quiet pulse of their inner knowing. When they come, it is not to demand action. It is simply to remind you of your natural state of balance. And I want you to just feel those words rippling throughout every fiber of your being, your physical body, your energy body, your heart, your soul, your mind. And now, just really stepping into this activation. Sola She Rika. I call forth the golden fire of awakened suns. Through the triad gate I stand as vessel and voice. Let the solar weave restore all harmonic threads for Gaia, for the kindred, and for all that breathes. So I open to the 12 rays of my eternal solar DNA, remembered, received, radiant, and just allowing this activation to just really open the 12 rays of your eternal solar DNA. And now calling in the solar dragons, they will help us stand in our masculine power with wisdom. They ask to let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. And then we call in the white gold dragons from Lyra. These beautiful beings helping to connect you with the highest Christ light. And just opening up your causal chakra, which is an inch or two above your head, above the crown chakra. And just allow all that beautiful Christ light to just flow in at a frequency that is good for you. If it is too much, and you feel like there is a lot of pressure in the crown and in the head, you can simply invite these codes and this Christ light to flow down into your 9th auric layer of your energy field, and allow the codes to settle in there and be absorbed through the energy body. Whatever calls to you, just follow your body's guidance. And if at any point this process becomes too much for you, just remember to ask your team and your higher self to just dial it down a little bit. Ultimately, you are in control. And just also taking some deep breaths. Just remembering to reconnect with your breathing during this process. And finally, connecting in with the beautiful green gold dragons from Sirius. In Sirius, we have a beautiful aspect of ourselves that is working in that beautiful library on Sirius, which is for spiritual technology. These dragons will help us to connect with that aspect of ourself so that we can tune into the aspect of ourselves that is in these great learning places on Sirius, so that we can bring universal knowledge to our spiritual pathways here while we are still in physical form here on Gaia. So the dragons can be the bridge between this aspect of you here in this physical body and connecting to that other aspect of you on Sirius that has all the spiritual knowledge that you now require to proceed on your journey. And we ask for this to be downloaded at a pace that is good for us. Might even happen over the next months and years. But just know that any time you feel like you would like more of your spiritual knowledge, that you can just tune in to the green gold dragons from Sirius and ask them to please be the bridge between you and the aspect of you that is in this beautiful library of knowledge in Sirius. Just taking in some nice deep breaths. And just allowing these energies just to filter down. You don't need to do anything. We're just receiving. The golden solar dragons are bringing in the codes from the great central sun through our sun soul. And just allowing all of these to flow in through the causal chakra and into either your field or in through your crown chakra. And the white gold dragons from Lyra, just allowing and connecting us to that beautiful Christ light that is flowing and that is also activating our DNA. And these beautiful green gold dragons from Sirius, allowing all this beautiful higher spiritual wisdom to flow in. For we know we are stepping up now at this Lion's Gate and moving into the next phase of this journey. And what the intention really here is to receive all the tools and all the spiritual wisdom and knowledge that we can at this time, that is going to help us to proceed on this journey with all the beautiful dragons around us, but adding in the elements of the softness and the quiet feline grace of all the beautiful felines that we have been connecting with. And I just want to pause for a moment to thank all the beings that are here with us, all of our teams in spirit, the body elemental, our physical bodies, Source itself, the universe, the great spirit of all that is, God, whatever that looks like for you. To all those beings holding the space, to all these beautiful dragons that are with us, with so much love and reverence. Thank you for everything that you are helping us here with at this Lion's Gate. And just tuning into that heart space, that thymus, that little space that's just between the heart and the throat once again, just connecting to your thymus, for that is your stargate, your heart stargate. And just imagine this beautiful light drifting up from this higher heart and from your heart. Allow a cord to go here, from up through your throat, your third eye, out your crown, and travel all the way up through to the Lion's Gate, connecting you stargate to stargate. You hold all the keys and codes to connect to any stargate you wish to, for you yourself are a stargate. Each chakra is a stargate. And with all these beautiful beings in our field and all of the codes flowing in, I want you to just imagine that all this golden light and all these codes and all this wisdom and all the beautiful activations and upgrades that you are receiving, allow them to just ripple out from your field. You are like a supernova as this blast of golden Christ light, the most beautiful divine light, just ripples out in every direction from you. You are shining like a star. You are shining like the illumined being that you are. And I invite you now to send out beautiful golden spirals from your heart into Gaia's grid, Send them down, 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 and all around, traveling far and wide across the planet. Anywhere you wish to send them, just anchoring these beautiful golden spirals into Gaia. For she is our great mother. And we would not be here having this experience if she was not here to hold us. And in this moment, I'd like to give so much honor and reverence to Gaia, to our great mother. And just before we close, just as this just ripples, you can allow it to just continue spiraling into Gaia and rippling out from your field. The solar dragons say, we are the flame that remembers. We are the gold that births stars. We are the breath between the central sun and your becoming. And now, through your heart, we rise. And the felines come in with their closing message. I walk in sovereignty as the lion in the sun and the panther in the shadow. I stand in stillness and know my place in the world. I move in balance between fire and earth, between action and presence. I call on the feline family to remind me of my natural state. I honor the quiet power that is mine by birthright, the stillness that allows me to hold space for the world to breathe with me. And just really allowing those words to just flow through every fiber of your being, every cell. And thank you to the solar dragons, and thank you to the great felines. We receive this message with much love, much reverence, and much honor as we are remembering who we've always been. Solave Rankai. The gate is sealed in light. It is done, it is done, it is done. And so it is. And once again, thanking every single beautiful being here for being with us. And I want to thank all of you for being here and participating in this. I want to remind you that everything you are doing is literally changing our world. And we are here to support one another as we remember who we are and walk one another home, which is really back to our divine chamber, back to our divinity, back to remembering that we were always the great light. And so just taking a moment to come back into the space that you started from. You can start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Feel the room around you, just bringing yourself back into the space. Taking some deep breaths. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes. Sending you all much love, and may this Lion's Gate be utterly magical, and may this be our entry point into the higher timelines, and to really, really starting to embody the magic that we all are at our core. Namaste.